It is a hard sell at home. If you look at the Japanese polity, it's about a 50-50 split on whether Japan should be more proactive. And yes, it will cause frictions with Beijing, but if you look at what not just America and Japan, but what the rest of the region are trying to do, they're trying to collectively persuade Beijing to play by agreed rules. And that can't happen without Japan playing this role that the Americans and the Japanese would like. So yes, it won't cause, or may cause some unhappiness in Beijing, but I think it will be cheered on by the rest of the region.
Now, how Abe phrases any message of atonement for Japan's wartime past, and whether he goes beyond deep remorse and issues an irrefutable apology, there's a sense that that is really the question. That is going to overshadow the policy aspect of his speech and his visit.
Well, it may not necessarily overshadow it, depending on how skillful Prime Minister Abe can deliver his address. Yes, he does have to recognise the past squarely and sincerely, but at the same time, my view is that he will likely say that Japan emerged out of World War II with lessons learnt. It's made an enormous contribution to prosperity in East Asia after the war, and as Asia's second largest economy, it still has an enormous role to play in Asia's future. Now, that message is difficult to negotiate, but once again, I think there's a high degree of acceptance of that message, and it will be welcomed.
John, and there's almost a siege mentality surrounding Japan and the US and how they approach the China-sponsored AIIB. Both of them are staying out of it. Is it going to continue to remain a divisive theme because both these countries are closing ranks?
Well, I think it's very difficult for Japan and America on that issue because the rest of the region and indeed Europe are joining the AIIB. I mean, my view is that it's not something which is actually against the interests of America and Japan, so they shouldn't really be too hostile toward it. But more broadly, America and Japan are trying to define the rules of the road, if you like, with other like-minded countries in the region. The TPP is a big part of that. So in my view, the TPP, it's more important that the TPP gets up than it is to resist the Chinese infrastructure initiative.